Yeah, as political leaders from Acholi sub-region, our problems, when you compare and you look around the whole country, our problem is very unique compared to other, sub-regions in Uganda. And as Acholi, this time we have decided to look into the depth of our problems, the challenges that is affecting Acholi people. For example, one of the biggest challenge in Acholi sub-region is actually that the poverty level is very, very high. In fact, when you look at the statistics, you will find that we are almost at the bottom. The bottom, on the list we are at the bottom of the poverty index. So it means that as leaders, our focus is no longer supposed to be politicking. We don't want to continue politicking about poverty. We don't want to continue politicking about issues of land. We don't want to politic about the issues of land grabbing in Acholi sub-region. For that matter, when you look at us the way we are now trying to address the issues of political issues in this country, we are a little bit sophisticated. We've become sophisticated in the sense that we do not want to project ourselves as the people who are really always fighting and thumping our chest and saying we are going to fight this government, we are going to fight ABC. No, that is what now we are planning to do. What we want to do is to identify challenges in Acholi sub-region and work towards that, work towards addressing the challenges, and that is our major priority. So when we see people like our leaders like Honorable Nobert Mao not really coming into contest for presidency, it is actually based on the fact that we have sat down and said this time we want to address mainly the political challenges, the challenges that are affecting Acholi people. It leaves us in a way to look at how do we address this. We will only address this when we come together as, first of all, as a people, and then secondly, to look at who is going to come in the next government and see how we can, negotiate and see how we can work together to make sure we address the concern of Acholi people. That is what we are aiming at now as Acholi. First of all, I don't want to believe that the presence of General Salim Saleh in Acholi sub-region is influencing the political direction of the region, the sub-region. I don't think that is the issue. Because when you look around, first of all, as Ugandans, we are free to stay anywhere. I can live in Barara, I can live in Kasese, I can live in Mbale. I'm free to stay anywhere. That's number one. Number two, politically, as a leader, we have to identify our challenges. And I don't think General Salim Saleh has a say in as far as much as what we suffer as Acholi people. So I don't think his stay in Acholi sub-region is linked to the kind of political direction in which we the Acholi wants to take at the moment. Because, as I've just said, we have a unique problem, we have a unique challenge as Acholi people, and therefore those are the challenges as leaders we really want to address within these 5 coming years. That's what we are in for.
Why now?
Everything has its own day, everything has its own beginning, it has its own end. So if it has started today, apparently there shouldn't be any unique reason for that. It's just that we have come to realize that that is the appropriate way of doing it at this particular time. So it is not about the question of time. The issue is that we sat down and said, where is our challenges? Where is our problem? These are our challenges, these are our problem. So how do we address it? Let us work together to make sure we address the challenges. So it could have happened even 10 years ago, it could have happened even maybe in future, but we thank God that it has happened this time that we have realized the challenges. We work together with whoever is going to come in government to make sure we address the challenges of Acholi people. Well, we are not saying we are going to offer anything, but what we are saying is that we need to have an understanding, a collaboration which is mutual, a collaboration which is based on an understanding, which is based on a framework to be able to identify the challenges and the government addresses it. I think that's precisely that. We don't have anything in the exchange. What we have is that we are citizens of this country, we belong to this country, and therefore we have a stake in as far as development of our people is concerned in this country.
And then finally, do you regret leaving the opposition or trying to go to the opposition for all this time?
No, we don't regret. Actually, basically, probably that is why we have come to realize, because when you look at the trend of political dispensation in this country, you'll find that the biggest opposition group in this country came from Acholi sub-region. You can imagine they actually even went to the extent of picking guns and then fighting the current government. So what kind of level of opposition do you really want to show that is different from what actually have expressed in the past? But now when it comes to reality, you realize that much as we have been in the opposition, we are now suffering. Our people are in poverty. Children are not going to school. The hospitals are in dire needs. The schools are dilapidated. The roads are in completely, problematic situation. So should we just continue to be saying, okay, now we are going to be in opposition? What are we being in opposition for? Because our being in opposition initially was to tell the government that we have A, B, C, and D. So if the government perhaps now has said, well, we can be able to address these issues when it comes to the issue of collaboration, when it comes to the issue of cooperation, why don't we come and say, yes, we can actually do it together? So this is how we are looking at the political trend now, as Acholi people.
Northern Uganda, because completely now we don't have anyone putting aspiration of contesting for presidency. That has never been the case. As if we don't have competent leaders with a high political capacity to contest for the national position of presidency, which is very, very wrong. Some of us have been talking about it. But just like night follow days, we are only praying for health, safety. We shall be around to defend the institution of the Acholi, the institution of Uganda where necessary. Thank you very much. From himself to his son, the way it looks like. Therefore, everybody around that table is scrambling around to stay near the son. They are all expectant of what will come next after Museveni has handed over power to his son. And not only Nobert Mao, but very many leaders right now, particularly those in NRM, and some of the unclear opposition people who are in the middle, who are sat now on the wall fence, one leg in opposition, one leg in the government. Most of them are unclear right now because they want to benefit from the coming regime of Muhoozi. But truth be told, Ugandans are tired of Museveni's regime. Ugandans are tired and Ugandans are looking for change. 40 years in power. People are tired. In Acholi, we say even the best dancer at times leaves the arena. He leaves the dancing floor for others to take over. People want to see new set of leaders. And that is why when you look at the population at the moment, people are in the verge of recklessness, in the verge of redundant. See, they don't care what is taking place. But what I am sure about is that people are waiting for the right moment to come to express their agony, their anguish, their annoyance. They are waiting for the right time. As for me in FDC, I am in FDC for a reason. And I will keep in FDC for a reason, in opposition for a reason. Because I know for sure why I'm there. I know for sure the recklessness. I know for sure the poverty level in Acholi sub-region. I know for sure the kind of torment, the tormentation that we went through, the kind of brutality that our people went through, the kind of poverty level that really we have right now in Acholi sub-region. It's too high. And I want to assure Ugandans and everybody that indeed people are tired, but that situation of recklessness will not make us, the Acholi sub-region, us, the northern region as a whole, fall in for any prey. We cannot. We are there, we have our demands, we have our interest as the Greater Acholi. We have our interest of protecting our land, our interest, we want peace of course, our interest of fighting poverty, our interest of wanting quality education to our people, our interest of actually building formidable leadership. At the moment, we lack elders in a greater numbers that could help us. But what I'm sure is that we have formidable young people of my caliber. And we are many across the country. We shall do what it takes. I've told very many people that for me, I don't fear losing election. So long as I lose with my conscience when it is clear. So long as I know I have served my people, I have done what my people expect from me. If I'm being taken out because I don't support NRM, I don't support the ideologies of the new entrants who are coming to cause curfew, I don't care. I'd rather lose election genuinely when I am on the side of my people, when I'm doing the right thing that my people want. So I want to tell people not to get worried of the situation which is taking place. Let us go for nomination. We finish nomination, we shall go for campaigns. We shall campaign the way it comes. But as I know, the people of Acholi will elect us on the basis of individual merits, on the basis of our fight for the populist, and we shall succeed. So the issues of Nobert Mao is not contesting for presidency. Yes, it is a very big gap to us as people of northern Uganda, because completely now we don't have anyone putting aspiration of contesting for presidency. That has never been the case. As if we don't have competent leaders with high political capacity to contest for the national position of presidency, which is very, very wrong. Some of us have been talking about it. But just like night follow days, we are only praying for health, safety. We shall be around to defend the institution of the Acholi, the institution of Uganda where necessary. Thank you very much.